changes. Yes, Lord, we've been going through some.
Hey, we've been going through some changes. Hey, dear Lord, we've been going through some changes. Hey, good morning. We've been giving you the praising. Hey, Yahweh, you're the only one we praising. Hey, we ain't even gotta fight no more.
Dear Lord, you've been waiting while we.
Hey, we ain't even gotta fight no more. Dear Lord, we've been working while we quiet. Hey, dear Lord, you've been working while we quiet. Hey,
Hey,
you done told us keep it silent. Hey,
hey, we ain't even got to frown no more. Dear Lord, we've been working on smiling.
hey, and we ain't even gotta frown no more. Hey, dear Lord, we've been working on smiling. Hey, hey, and we ain't even gotta speak no more. Hey, dear Lord, you've been working while we silent. Hey, hey, and we've been going through some changes. Hey, dear Lord, we've been going through some changes. Hey, I used to be scared of change. I like change now, you know? Change is good. Change means life is getting better. It's like life is getting better. Hey, better and better. Hey, hey, happy Sunday. We celebrate every day. Hey, every day is our birthday. Yeah, cause we celebrate every day. Hey, we celebrate every day. Hey, cause every day is a new day. Hey, so happy Sunday. Hey, happy Sunday. We celebrating every day. Hey, it's going down like our birthday. Hey, we celebrating every day. Hey, going down on a Sunday. Hey, we celebrating every day. Hey, happy Sunday. It's cold today. Hey, and it's Sunday. Hey, happy Sunday. Hey, hey, celebrating every day. Hey, you better celebrate every day. Hey, every day like birthdays. Hey, we celebrate. Hey, we celebrate every day. Hey, it feels good to get up every morning. You better celebrate. Hey, you better celebrate.
sacred, y'all.
Hey. 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 Clearing up the energy. Hey. Hey. Go. Clearing up the energy. Hey. Hey. Here with a message. Hey. Accept or reject it. Hey. But we here with a message. Hey. Message. Hey. We got your daily message. Hey. Coming through with your message. Hey. We got a message. Hey. 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 Go. Good morning. Hey. Grand rising. Hey. Hey. Good morning. Hey. Hey. Go. Hey. Okay. Yeah. And I'm just riding on the beat. Hold up. Hey. I'm about to ride on this beat. Hey. Hey. Full of positivity. Hey. What's gotten into me? Hey. Hey. Ooh.
Love.
Look, I got a rose petal that fell out my hair for you. Okay. Good morning. Hope you guys are doing well, in good energy, good spirits, attracting the life that you're after. Okay. Sending you guys just positive energy this morning. Welcome to our live.
That's right. Up early in the morning.
Okay.
Somebody said, if y'all don't cut this out early in why are you such a negative Nancy early in the morning?
Your spirit is disturbed this morning.
We
I'm
just
sending you
out
healing
here
energy.
being at one with nature, doing something that's sacred,
Yeah.
you know.
Maybe you woke up to bad news or something. Maybe this message can help you.
That's sorry, though. We're going to keep it going because
You know?
the ticky-tocky y'all keep us right jolly over
They
here.
crazy over here.
Where you at, Beams? Early in the morning. Hey there, Beams.
We're not in Baltimore,
no,
but we are from Baltimore.
we from Baltimore, though.
But call it what you want, bro. Thank you for running our views up in our comments. We appreciate you. You love us in some kind of way, don't you?
Man.
You know what I'm saying? They said
They projecting.
they said that evil people work for the good too. You
Yeah.
know? So run it up, baby. Keep
I
putting
had
them
done, I've
comments
done a
in there.
session about God. God is the authority over even spirits that do dirty work.
Look.
Right, so.
Look. He good. Let him keep talking. He want to show us off. Yeah. Thank you, brother.
Yeah. We appreciate you.
Okay.
Beams over here, we send you butterflies.
Butterflies.
It's so high in the sky. We need a mediator.
We need a mediator on YouTube. Expediently. Because these folks getting outrageous.
Haters are your element. Most definitely, Angela.
Yeah, that's right. We are. We're a little bit fun. We might be.
I seen
We could be
enemies
fun.
become footstools. Ain't that what she said? I
God
seen
has had my
enemies
back
become
in the midst of
footstools.
my enemies, and I ain't even have to be
There you
there.
go, Angela. Footstool energy.
I have roamed many cities, friends not very many, but God still took care of me and my children. And I'm so protected by this air
And
that I breathe,
the
the
ocean,
oceans and the sea. Thank you,
the
Lady Harmony.
mountain.
Shout out to Lady Harmony this morning. Somebody give her my phone number if y'all got it. I like her.
This morning.
Okay.
Damon could be significant.
Uh-oh.
Camellia.
Uh-oh.
I'm thinking about the flower when I say camellia. We do have camellia pregnant. I say pregnant, somebody, you could be pregnant too. But we do got the camille flower, the camellia. It's a nice winter flower, right? It only blooms in the winter. Like, it's funny because the camellia tree, my wife yesterday, she was like, all summer long, this tree ain't do
I was
nothing.
like, I didn't even notice this tree in
It
the
didn't do
summertime.
anything. And the whole summer, like everything else was blooming. But the camellia, she only bloomed, she called it
Winter
she.
and fall.
It's a
She.
feminine tree. They known as the she, right? Come out real bright and vibrant in the wintertime on them, though. Right?
Yeah.
So how y'all feeling, man? We gonna move around, sidestep this negativity. Somebody playing with themselves over there. So
No, somebody ain't been to sleep last night. That's what
yeah,
that is.
that's what that
That's what
is.
it is. You know that
You've been
kind of
up too
energy.
long. You've been up too much. Like, say no. Like,
Yeah.
like what they used to say in Ronald Reagan era. Just say no. Just say no.
Let's get an agent number out this morning for you guys, okay? Let's get right into this message. All right, if you're here for a reason, okay? Even if you find yourself like, this is odd, this is strange, you're here for a reason. There's something you need to hear, something that maybe you won't listen to any other place. I don't know. Let's see, but we got 5:05 finish line is here. Someone needs to be finished with something, okay? Whatever you started last night, it's the morning, okay? It's time to get out of that energy. We got reset. Okay, relaxation, unknown, surrender, finish line, success, and victory. Okay, you know, it's crazy because I always tell people when you are close to, accomplishing something, when you are close to a goal, to reaching a goal, when you are, right at the finish line, evil always tries to come in and convince you that, you're not good enough, it's not going to work, you might as well give up, why are you doing what you're doing? And at that time, it's very important to understand that, it's you and them, right? And you have to choose you at this point when you're at the finish line. It says it serves as a timely reminder that anything can be accomplished. If you can dream it, there is no reason you can't make it a reality. If something is in possession of another person, it is also available to you. So try to remain calm. What's meant for you won't pass you. Let go of tension, right? So there could be energies trying to attack you, right? People coming out of nowhere, right, with their own uh, problems. There's a lot of people going through their own depressions, their own anxieties, and they try to project those onto other people. So, you'll have people trying to down talk you right when you're about to make a big breakthrough. Surrender. Don't surrender to these energies. Okay?
Yeah.
Be okay with the unknown, right? Surrender to the unknown. Some things don't make sense when, you're going through spiritual ascensions and situations when God is elevating and growing you. It doesn't always make sense. But 5:05 is here. Okay. Now, I don't know. This could be your area code or something like that. There could also be someone, I don't know if you're a runner or something like that. I don't know if you're doing some kind of run for a charity or something like that. Kudos to you. Okay, you could be working with some kind of organization. You could do some kind of 5K run or something like that every year. It says, I am not this hair, I am not this skin, I am not this soul that lives within. Beneath the surface, looks can be deceiving. Yeah, I feel like a lot of you guys already understand this now. We already fell for The things that were covered in glitter, but underneath it was shit, right? I feel like right now, you know, it's important to see things beyond what they look like on top, right? You need to be able to spiritually evaluate situations. It's very important, not to see people for just their outer appearance. Who is this person on the inside, right? Is this a person that is going to elevate my life, or is this a person that's going to bring me to destruction? Because people can be fun, but they can run you to your demise, right? Your destruction. You becoming destroyed, not in your purpose, out of alignment, those kind of things when we roll with the wrong people. So finish line. I feel like it's important to be finished with things that should be done with, and don't give up on things, those things that you're almost done. You could be almost done with class. I'm seeing someone like, maybe you have some finals coming, you're almost done, you're at the finish line. Don't give up.
Okay. So this is Oracle, no tarot, and it's telling me a general message. So it says breaking through, gentle, effectively. Fantasy Island is clarifying breakthrough. Now this footnote is interesting because it says make sure everyone involved is being realistic and on the same page, right? So basically, I feel like with this breaking through card, you becoming aware of certain things, right? And maybe it's involving people around you. I'm also feeling with the Fantasy Island, you could be involved with people or connected to people or even in a relationship with a person that doesn't really have a clue, right? This breakthrough to the Fantasy Island, um, it's kind of telling me that like somebody who you involved with that you may be connected to, y'all purely not on the same page, right? I'm not saying that there's no hope, but it's a breakthrough here and it's a fantasy island. So it's like, I feel like you being a collective energy, you get it where somebody else don't get it, right? Now it says rising flames gentle. So I feel like this is spirit kind of trying to tell you unbridled passion, it can consume you. Like, even when you have an idea or you're a certain way and you got people that you connected to, it's important not to burn them up with your fire. Like you have to be gentle with people, particularly people who don't really see where you headed at, or even if you leading somebody and they don't really see where you leading them, you got to take time to explain what's going on. Some people, they not as fast as others. So like if you're a person, you in the lead or you play the front of some type of equation or relationship, be gentle with your rising flame. Like don't let your passion consume everything around you, right? And you gotta take the time to make it legible. Like a person may not understand what you're doing, and even when you're in a position where you don't understand what you're doing, that's when you gotta really speak from a place of faith and discernment, like, and use wisdom. Because thank you, Spirit. Even when you're in a role of leadership, even when you get to places where you don't really know or you uncertain, you can't let the people that you lead and know that you feel that way. You gotta get it together, right? Um, Effectively open doors, right? So like I say, I'm definitely talking to a leader, right? This footnote says doing things effectively. Find the right way to do it, give it your all, and you will see results. Every effective action is a step towards success. So I'm definitely talking to a leader. Like, you're a way maker, opening doors, right? Um, a lot of black energy with this, right? I'm gonna just say that, right? I'm not even gonna go into it, but you can have the spirit of a waymaker, right? A person who's able to open doors. So you got to be gentle with your passion. Like people with that type of power, when you have that type of power, you can damage people and don't mean to do it simply because you're impatient or you're not taking the time to just explain yourself, be relatable.
I have the swan with grace, and then I have the power of joy, and it has a rainbow here. And I was, the rainbow is a reminder of the covenant. Okay, so somebody could be needing to remember the covenant. Okay, that's definitely a reminder. It says, "You who glides across the waters of my soul, bring me your wisdom and light. Help me transform into elegance and grace. Inspire me with dignity and the spirit of beauty." I feel like you could have been a person who was very mean to yourself at one point. Maybe you didn't give yourself any kind of grace for some of the situations you've gone through. Maybe you were ashamed of some of the things you did, but I feel like right now it's important to find happiness, create happiness. You are the creator of your own happiness and peace, joy. Joy comes every morning, but it's a decision. It's a feeling. Do you get up and you create joy? Do you feel joyous, right? Something like that. I feel like also grace, making sure that we're giving grace to other people. Everybody is on a different part of their journey. Everybody grows and learns differently. And so I feel like grace is needed. Just like we needed grace on our journey, we should be giving grace. I feel like also there could be someone here, and I don't know, I feel like a very gentle, kind, loving spirit. And I don't know if someone is trying to discourage you. Maybe you went to go speak to someone that you thought had a higher position than you, or you thought they had more authority than you, and maybe this person really let your spirits down, something like that. Okay, it's a need to find your joy again. Okay, I feel like this person could have just been trying to derail you from being who you are, or feeling like they don't have control or authority over you, something like that. um, Remember, we shouldn't be idolizing anything, okay, or anyone. Remember the covenant is what I keep hearing when I see this rainbow.
A covenant.
Yeah, in the Bible it talks about the rainbow being the covenant between God when him and, I believe, Abraham.
Yeah. There's covenant energy out here, even in my reading.
So, yep. Joy. Find the happiness in things. I feel like right now is not a time to be focused on the negative portions of your life. Everybody has things going on, and I'm not saying to dismiss what's happening in your life, but I feel like if you focus more on the good things, the happy moments, being grateful, showing gratitude, um, it will give you a peace of mind, because I feel like someone could just be, back and forth between feelings, right? Maybe unstable moods or something like that, but just find grace and joy, peace. Use your wisdom. If you keep trying to beat something into a fool, um, after a while you become foolish.
Yes.
So, you know, you can't, what do they say? You can't beat a dead horse, right?
I had this such a charge. All right, so I want to ask a question, right? I pose a question. What do you do when God is trying to show you that it's so much more to him than what you taught? What do you do when God is trying to show you I'm much more than what men told you? I'm much more than what do you do when God is trying to show you who he say he is? Like in the book of Jeremiah, it says that in the days after, God will write his laws on the hearts of men. So what do you do when God is speaking to your heart? Because somebody right here, it's a covenant, right? Like my wife was speaking about, you got some sort of relationship with the Most High, right? And now it's outside of your understanding even. You could be in a place where you don't even know right now, right? Somebody, you may not even know what you believe in right now, but I could tell you what believes in you, right? God does. You know why? Because it's a powerful covenant energy out here. You got the Buddha with the covenant, right? I just want to show somebody, right? And over here you got gift from fate, planning phase, right? Now, I'm gonna run through this oracle. So we established that you got a relationship with the Most High that you don't understand right now. In spite of all you do, all you have done, all the mistakes that you have made, some of y'all have even played in baneful spell work, right? Now, the repentance is real in you, I feel, for somebody. So now it's at a place where you fear God now, right? The way you should. You fearful, right? You know how you can tell when somebody really got a relationship with the Most High because they really don't, like they get into spiritual things because when you really got that covenant with God, you don't really have a lot of fear of a lot of things that other people have. You be protected and you know it, right? But somebody, it's like you got a fear of God, right? It's the covenant kicking in. It says gift from fate, planning phase. Let's start with that first. So the gift is unveiling itself in you. Planning phase is, I think, maybe you even trying to re-strategize. Maybe God done let you see some things in the spirit realm. So now you questioning your faith because you like, well, God, if this is that, well, how that happened? Or how is this happening and how did I see that? If I was taught this, how that? God said, you got to look above all that. He trying to break you away from the program. Men's works don't mean nothing. Abraham wasn't justified by his works. He was justified by his faith, right? All right. So planning phase, gift from faith. Beginning to understand a little bit about yourself. Now it says step back and take precaution, right? This is the point where I feel what Spirit is trying to say with the step back and take precaution. This is the point where you laying away from your understanding at certain points and step back because a lot of us, right, we got this self-destructive behavior. It's like a self-sabotaging energy. And you know when it happens the most? When we start thinking we know. When we start thinking we got it figured out and we understand this journey and where God is taking us and we understand that God planned for our life, it goes like this. When we do that, that's when we get in danger. That's why I feel like it's saying step back and take precaution of yourself. Know yourself, right? If you don't know one thing from this reading, just know that a covenant with the Most High is bigger than you. So even when you err, even when you fall off, or even when you found in a place that you don't even understand in life, when you belong to God, you belong to God, right? And it says expectation, and to cap off this spread, commit to your journey. So basically, I'm telling you, right? Your big one, it lies in your faith. The biggest one that you can do in life is going to come from a place of faith because for you, it's about a journey. And it says, commit the journey and expectation. I think that should say a lot to somebody, right? Honestly, before I leave, I just want to tell somebody, we all have to get out our own way, right? It comes to a point where you have to be willing to admit, everything that I know and everything I learned, it just ain't good enough. God is requiring me to be more, to learn more, to know more, to discover more about myself, right? It's a journey for somebody. Commit to it.
I like this next card. This next card explains how, when you go through a situation, and it really breaks you in a way, that's the place where you really surrender to the Most High. This card says the wound is the place where light enters, healing, blessings, and strength to carry on. You know, some people don't understand. You don't understand that if you wouldn't have gone through some of the things that you've gone through, you would have gave up a long time ago. But these things that you've gone through, it really gave you the strength to carry on. Because you really had to, meet God had to really meet you at a place, something like that. It says, be patient where you sit in the dark. The dawn is coming. Remember I said that joy comes in the morning if you believe it. This too shall pass. Your future is bright. I don't know. You could be feeling like things are dark right now, or I don't know if you're sitting in dark rooms. You need to open up your curtains. I don't know if you could just be feeling dark. Energy around you, but I recommend that you open up the curtains, maybe crack a window, something like that. Cut on some high frequency music, pray. Maybe you need to go through your home with a prayer, something like that. But be patient where you sit in the dark, right? That means that when you can't see what's going on, when it's dark, when you can't see around the corner, when it feels like that heavy rock is sitting on your chest, that means don't go to things that you never done before. Don't go start doing things that you weren't authorized to do. That doesn't mean to start playing in spells and magic. That means to turn up your prayer. That means to turn up your faith. We got Archangel Michael out here with You Can Do It. Okay? So I don't know if someone's going through something where it feels like, it's very tough, but I remember a time where you had a challenge before and it felt super hard and you got through that one. That one you thought you wouldn't get through, you were able to get through by the grace of God. And I feel like if you're going through something right now, it's the same energy. You can do it. You can get out of it. Start with a prayer. This too shall pass. Okay? You got to pull yourself out of that sunken place if that's where you are. And you can do it. I feel like I'm not talking to a person who doesn't have the strength. I'm talking to somebody that does, somebody that is truly naturally resilient. But sometimes we fall into a place. You could do it.
All right, so I'm about to shift into uncle mode.
Okay.
It's Uncle Harv talking to you
Didn't
now.
somebody say they need to be quiet?
Uncle Harv now. This is uncle business right here, right? It says, first of all, honor yourself. Quiet moments, right? Now, take this the right way, not the wrong way. You talking too much to it. You speaking too much to it. Whatever it is, you trying to use your voice, you trying to use your energy, and you using your energy and you trying to speak to something and move it. You rather loud about it. And even if you're not speaking about it from a spiritual aspect, it's something loud going on. And you have to honor yourself with the quiet moments. Like honoring yourself with a quiet moment is going to bring you restoration, it's going to give you healing, and it's going to allow you to communicate with your higher power on a stronger level. When spirit is saying honor yourself with quiet moments, you spreading yourself thin. It's like I feel an energy that's constantly going, right? Somebody need rest as well. Like you could be taking on a lot, just so willing and ready to take it on, right? But you're not honoring yourself. And sometimes the enemy will get you like that. Like when you're a strong person, the enemy know the best way to beat you is to get you scattered, to get you to scatter your energy, right? So sometimes you deal with the same spirit in multiple people. And sometimes they may attack you from the front and the back, right? It could be phone attacks, like it could be subtle attacks, it could be indirect attacks, right? But when your energy is scattered this way, that way, you weaker. So Spirit says, honor yourself quiet moments. Then it says spread, gentle release, right? Now, imagine, right, if you will, right? Imagine a bird that has oil on it, right? You ever seen a bird with oil? Well, once the bird can get the oil out their wings, what they do, they go to stretching their wings like this, right? Because what they trying to do is they trying to release the oil that's in their wings, right? And then if you see them shaking, after they get it out, they find a rhythm and they just shake it. And they just shake it out, right? And I feel like somebody, you need to do like a bird with the oil. You need to just shake your wings out, right? Until you can feel, if that means refraining from certain things you're doing, certain people, certain situations that smother you. A gentle release doesn't mean, see, gentle release, quiet moment. I think you actually being called to just not even say nothing in a certain situation. It says quiet moments, gentle release. You ever been in a situation where you decided enough was enough? You ever noticed that when you really decide that enough is enough, you don't even say nothing. A lot of times you don't even have the energy to even announce it. When enough is really enough, you just make a move. You be like, psh, you'll leave everything like it is and all of that. When you really had enough, you be like, because you become aware that every time I think I had enough and I say I had enough, I find out I didn't. But this time, I ain't got no words, right? Gentle release, quiet moments. And I know that to be true because look, the next card says, let it go. Divine timing. Now, with this let it go, divine timing, first of all, I'm definitely feeling like somebody, you literally pulled yourself away from something right in time for you to maybe even save your life. Because this says, let it go, divine timing. That thing was hot. Somebody, you had something that was going to burn you. It was hot. Like, you ever grabbed a hot pot off the stove? What's the first thing you do? You let that thing go, right? So, and if you haven't let something go, then maybe it's about time you let it go. It's divine timing. You have to, if it's something holding somebody down, and it's something that, I don't know if this is a person, I don't know, I don't know if this is a position in life, but it's something that you may have to get away from, and you may not want to announce that you're leaving. Because if you announce that you're trying to leave, it's probably going to be warfare, right? I feel like God may give you an opportunity, or God is giving somebody an opportunity, and when that opportunity comes, maybe take it. And if you already took it, then you know it was divine timing, right? You surely know. I got those moments in my life where I look back and I be like, phew, if I ain't listened to God right then and there, I'd have went out the deep end right there, right?
Okay.
So kudos to you, right? Be patient, for some things take time to manifest fully in your life. And this is for my person that definitely made a decision to let something go and you going through the void. Be patient, right? Don't think about what you don't have. Think about what you gaining. Especially when you let go of something that's causing you mental health issues, somebody. When you let go of that stuff, you got to go through a dry spell. It ain't just you let go of something that was causing you mental health issues and then you speed up and you where everybody else. No, you got to go through healing, and you got to rewire certain aspects of your mind. And
Time is on my side. Yes, it is. That's what I just heard with that little timer thing. What do you
divine
call that?
timing.
What do you call that thing? The little sand timer?
Um, it's
I ain't
called the
seen one of those in a long time. I can't remember what it's called.
what is it called, y'all? An hourglass. It's called the hourglass.
Yeah, I couldn't think of the name. Something significant about a wedding dress. I don't know if someone's trying to sell their wedding dress or something like that. Or something about a dress. You could have some kind of fancy dress that you're pulling out, a dress that you couldn't believe you bought. You didn't know when you would wear it. You could be wearing this, something like that. I don't know. I just seen that.
Lene, I want to say something. Your comment stuck out. Well, I can't get past the grief. That's a good place to be because you accepting that it's grief. So you at the stage of
Stage one.
acceptance. So, you know, um, I
Yep.
believe that's like the
That's,
third or fourth stage, isn't it?
I thought it
Something
was
like that.
one, no?
No,
Acknowledging is number one, right?
yeah, denial is number one, I
Number one.
believe.
It's one of the seven
Acceptance, I'm not
steps.
sure what stage of grief acceptance is, but it's definitely on a road to recovery. Like, it's far beyond denial, right? So give yourself some time. You can get past it.
Okay.
Find something to occupy yourself in the meantime. Something new, something interesting. The world is full of interesting people, right? And if somebody done you wrong, they are one person, right? You know what? Sometimes I think like, and I'm gonna speak personally. I think I would have got over a lot of things in my past if I would have learned how to shift my perspective. Like, say, like for instance, you in a relationship and things end and you was done crazy, right? You know what we end up doing? We get away, we heal, and then when we open up again, we don't look for somebody who is different. You know what I'm saying? We end up going because it's
It's
spiritual.
spirit.
You know what
It's
I'm saying? No matter how different they appear, they literally be the
same
same
spirit.
until we can deal with the spirit. So, how do you deal with the spirit? Well, first of all, you have to begin to engage with different persons that have spiritual authorities, maybe in other cultures and all of that, right? Because think about it culturally, right? We get in a relationship, we get hurt, we go through it, we end up in another relationship with somebody from the other side of town, but from the same culture, from the same perspective, right? And then we end up kind of going through it because spiritually, we connecting spiritually. Well, I don't think it occurs to us that, first of all, we don't have to connect to everybody on an intimate level like that. Sometimes you can just connect with people on a general level to gain insight. And then life becomes interesting. Like you ever met somebody and they completely from a whole nother part of the world, and you ever spent time talking to them, it can take you away from your perspective and into a whole nother perspective, right? For somebody, I don't know, but you know, I'm just really breezing through it. Then sometimes, y'all, I'm gonna just speak directly. You gotta gain the strength and gather the strength to let things go. It's not easy, like becoming the best version of yourself, getting closer to God. None of these things is necessarily easy. It's going to take you to maybe suffer a little bit, but it's worth it.
We got 222 out here. Okay. Trip twos with wonders.
Hmm.
Great transformation, major changes, opportunity, fast pace, forward and process. You aren't a victim of your circumstances, rather, you are the beneficiary of it.
You're not a victim,
Okay?
you're a chosen one.
And this the life you're supposed to live.
You
You
ain't
ain't supposed
supposed
to
to
run.
run.
Okay? So the things that you've gone through, they actually have benefited you in some way. Maybe at the time it didn't seem like it. I know some things may have felt harsh, you know, but you are rather the beneficiary of this. If that weren't the case, life would be pretty dull. You will set yourself up for success in the long run if you are willing to adapt to this shift. Everything is working out for the best. At last, you are accomplishing what you set out to do. So sometimes God has to come in and remove roadblocks out of your way. You may not see it like that, but it says the world is a mountain that echoes your words. Reflection, seeing affects what matters the most. Seeing affects what you do matters. And then we have the snow leopard out here with self-resilience, okay? You are strongly independent and often solitary. Integrity is important for your best outcome. Cloak yourself with invisibility and walk with the shamans. Use your intuition and let your life unfold in silent perfection. Okay? That means that, sometimes we have to be quiet, sit still, let God work, okay? And things unfold perfectly. We don't understand it at the time. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't look right, okay? It doesn't feel good all the time, but it works out perfectly, okay? You're not a victim of anything.
Somebody got that shamanism in their bloodline.
Period. You could have had some ancestors that were into some things, okay? Something like that. I'm saying tribal. I don't know. You could have some ancestors that were a part of a tribe or something like that. You could have relatives that still live in a village, okay? Something like that. Very ancient kind of energy. Someone's grandmom could still be living out of the country or something like that. I'm seeing something about green eyes here. You can have green eyes, okay? Something about mountains. You could live in the mountains as well.
Your peoples could be Eskimos.
There it is.
There it is. What they
Samoan?
Call Inuits.
I was going to say Samoan, but I heard Samoan too. Big people. I'm saying
yeah,
big
the Samoans, they big people.
Okay.
Indians.
Eskimos, Indians.
Navajo.
Something.
Real strong with the Inuit people. Like, they them ancient Eskimo people. Like, they live way, 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 way out in the mountains of Alaska.
Those are the ones we looked at.
Yeah, they got psychic power.
Yeah.
Period.
Okay.
Like, they speak through psychic telekinesis and all of that. Like, they shamans.
Okay. Snow leopard. Cats are very intelligent. They are number one energy readers. They can read vibration. They can feel the vibration and read the energy. Something about you. Okay. I feel like, you could be a very good energy reader. You could be learning how to read the room properly, something like that. You could be even really learning how to cloak yourself and be invisible. Someone could be learning, you could be learning that, you don't have to be necessarily in the spotlight, right? You could be learning that sometimes falling back and being in the background is cool, It's cool, something like that, You are strongly independent, okay? I don't know if you were very codependent at one point, but I feel like someone is no longer codependent on other people. You could be more self-sufficient, doing things on your own, and I feel like someone has more freedom. Your voice is being heard a lot more because you're standing on your own 2 feet, okay? And you could be seeing, like, the things that you do in life, they really affect things. What you do truly does matter, good or bad, something like that. Just know you are not a victim. Like, you've never been a victim. You've always been a chosen one, You have gone through situations because it says that in order to have a testimony, you have to be tested, right? So you had to go through all of these different things so that you could resonate with people. When you are a part of the kingdom, you're here to serve humanity. You have to have stories to tell. There's someone that's going to need you, okay? Your point of view, your experience, okay? Say what you mean and mean what you say is very important here. And self-resilience, okay? You're very resilient. Hey. And we ain't even gotta cry no more. Hey. We ain't even gotta cry no more. Hey. 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 And we ain't even gotta frown no more. Hey. And dear Lord, we've been working on smiling. Hey. And we ain't even gotta fight no more. Hey. Dear Lord, you've been working while we quiet. Hey. Hey. Hey.
Okay. So somebody Your kufi is on the stove.
Uh-oh.
All right. That's my answers unfold card.
Brain on fire.
Your brain is on fire. Crown chakra action is lit, right? Because why? Maybe you're going through a kundalini awakening. Maybe you discovering parts about yourself that you didn't know. You could have hit your head like Harriet Tubman, right? And maybe you haven't because somebody answers unfold and reassess is a major advent in life that's causing you to really look at things different, right? And it's undeniable. Like, you know how God stand up in you, and when God stand up in you real strong, you get that energy like, all right, I just need to look at things different because I know for a fact God is talking to me. I know for a fact that God is moving with me, right? But I gotta just look at things differently, right? That's called your kufi is on the stove, right? Meaning you becoming enlightened. You have, and we was talking about somebody's ancestors being shamans. See, that's a different path for you. Why? Because you could be raised in a traditional religious setting, right? But those type of powers, they are in you beyond, they came to you before religion was a part of you. Why? Because your DNA is connected to a very fluid ancestry. Meaning you got folks that's still out there in the wild, they still living. They still lit, they still going on. So the prophecies are still relevant in somebody's life. You got ancestral ties, right? And this is why you could be having a problem with religion. It's because you have ties to stuff that's in your DNA that's older than the religion confirmation. It's older, right? And that's when you get to walk around looking like that. You see his head and blew out the thing right here. It's gone, right? And that could be you in your mind. All right, so it says getting better, skills and talents. So you honing your energy, getting better, skills and talents. Because, I mean, let's be real. Some of these things that we do on a spiritual level, we wasn't born with the know-how to do these things. These things coming to us because we awakening, you know. Powers that been offline for years are now coming back online because people waking up. So I see with your skills and talents, you getting better, which means what they call it, shadow work, integration, right? You integrating yourself, as they say, right? Which is good because you becoming more adaptable. But more importantly, you more relative now. Meaning, you done found a way where you can be around people and you learn how you learning that way. I could be too much, so I gotta be cool, right? And that's good. That's a balance. Because you want to still be able to exist in society without being a whole weirdo. That's the balance that's going on. Because somebody you got powerful gifts, and sometimes people in religious settings they will reject them gifts because you got to realize now everything is spiritual, right? It's all not every look beyond everything on this realm, even religion, right? It coexists with something else in the spirit realm. So some religions can be false, some religions can be not as deep. So it's just different. Everything is different, and I think that God is showing the world that. It's not to be rebellious or go against anything that already stand. That ain't my mission. But my mission is to speak to people that's going through this. Obviously, you one of them. You got gifts that can't be explained, right? Roots of stability, creativity. See, somebody ancestors. See, this is ancestors.
It's
right
in your
here.
blood and your DNA. It's in your makeup.
That's ancestral.
Okay?
Creativity is in you.
No. You could have also been raised by like your grandma or your grandfather or something. They could have been very strong, had a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom, gave you a lot in life. You know, thank the Lord I did have my grandma. She gave me a lot. So I'm feeling that energy very strongly. You know.
Big hoodoo energy. Big old hoodoo energy, right? Somebody grandmother, grandfather. I'm feeling like hoodoo energy, maybe voodoo energy, Masonic energy, you know. You know how the old mothers used to be a part of all them lounges and them
Mm-hmm.
clubs, the Alps Club and the, you know, the Teamsters Union Club and,
Mm-hmm.
you know, all them. So, and even beyond that, right? Somebody roots lie in medicine men. Like somebody, I'm even seeing that, you know,
I was at the Catholic church.
herbalist
That's where we was at.
at the Catholic
With my
Church.
grandma, she had me at the Catholic church eating green peppermints.
She knew a little
Talking about be
something.
quiet.
She knew a little something. See, behind the doors of the Catholic Church, there's always been a lot of things that go on,
Mm-hmm.
right? Always have been, always will be. One thing about that. But yeah, somebody, your roots of stability is being clarified by creativity.
Okay.
Could work well with nature. Your peoples could be root workers.
Somebody could be related to somebody that invented something, created something. Okay.
Yup.
You could have like a famous family member or
A
something.
musician.
Or you could have
Somebody
like
got
a
a
celebrity
musician.
family member or something.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
My sister told me that we
Yeah, y'all do.
Our family is related to Satchmo, Louis Armstrong.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, she did some investigating, and she was like, you know, we tied to, you know, we.
Yeah, some of you guys have some real, you know, strong roots here.
Talented people.
Okay. Let me get another angel number before I go here. I got 1313, justice. You already know what it is. Okay? Justice is balance. Justice is making sure everything is fair and just. Okay? A lot of you guys represent justice. I don't know if you're a Libra here or something like that, but we got change, rebellion, guidance, justice, truth, character, and love. Okay? Get ready for good things you've been hoping for. You were born for a higher calling. Put your energy into going towards your ambitions, and the universe will align itself to provide you with the right people, circumstances, resources to make things happen. Remember I told you, I keep telling you guys that the right people are going to you're not going to have to search for these people, but God is sending you the correct people to you. You know, your tribe, your soul tribe. Okay? People who, you know, character, they have good character, you know. The things they do behind the closed doors are good things. You don't have to feel underhanded. You don't have to feel like, you know, you can't trust a person. You know, these are people just like you. This is justice, okay? You could be a truth seeker. You could represent the truth. You could work in the judicial system, the court system. Okay? You could be a probation officer or something like that. You could be needing to go see your probation officer. Be ambitious. Use your energy towards positivity. Okay? Something like that. We got number 1313 out here. You could be 26. Okay? Hey, and it feels so good today. Hey, I'm alive, it's another day. Hey, I'm gonna use it my way. Hey, I can't waste not another day. Hey, I gotta get it like the other day. Hey, and I'm feeling so good today. Hey, yeah, my way. Hey, I don't care what the world say, and I ain't worried about the other say. Hey, yeah, the world living my way. Hey, yeah. justice. Okay. Hey. Okay. So 1313.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna give y'all these last two cards because I pulled them, and they are. It says, "Take a chance growing." Soul whispers behind the veil. Right. So, somebody, maybe you at that place where, you know, maybe you just want to take a chance and just break all the way out of your old self and grow into your new self, right? I feel like somebody, maybe you at that place. Maybe you feel like you don't know how to do it. Well, it says the soul whispers. Soul whispers. And then it says behind the veil.
I need you, Lord.
So you gotta be willing to you have to expand whoever you are. Maybe you keep trying to draw back to, your old way of thinking. That's where your limited belief in yourself is at. The old way you think, that's where all the limited, what you thought you was capable of doing. Well, you're capable of doing far more than that. But when you go back and think like your old self, you put the same limitations back on yourself again. That's why it's saying take a chance. The soul whispers. Like, you gotta listen to maybe something deeper inside of you. Like, so I feel like somebody, you got all the answers right inside of you. And maybe you can be afraid to open up and answer them. But one thing about them, when you got answers inside of you, it's like a knock at the door. It's like, because every time you run into something, you be like, I know why. I know what's going on. Because you really got the answers inside of you, right? And it says behind the veil, growing. Behind the veil is a special sight. Everybody don't have it. So I feel like with soul whispers and behind the veil, you already involved. It's almost like, it's crazy. I feel like somebody, you went to a certain level, and then you want to go back, but you can't go back after you went to this level. You can't really go back, right? You gotta take a chance. Allow yourself room to grow. Let yourself grow, right? You don't have to lose faith because you're growing. You don't have to change the way you stand because you're growing. You don't have to tell all your business because you're growing. Like, you really don't gotta tell your business because you're growing.
Okay.
Somebody, like,
Canada and Montana. Shout out to you guys. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. We love you guys so much. That was our morning show. Thank you guys for rocking with us. Thank you guys for your time, your love, your energy, your comments, your support. Okay, if you would like to be a blessing to our channel, all of our information is on our page. If you would like to have a personal session with us, you know how to reach us. We love you guys so much. God bless you, and have a great rest of your day. Hey, and elemental beings.